People, what's up? Here's week 3, stage 4 recruiting. We had a special M.Frisk video showcasing it this time. So I'm just going to play the video. We get the secret sauce, now I get to share with you. He said I'm not talking enough about the storyline, so I'll let him do it justice. It's a 7-minute video, I'll play it, and then after that, I'll talk about the actual recruiting actions that happened in week 2. All right, so obviously he says you can recruit him at the same time, and then you get the double points. Pretty nuts because now the visits and scholarships this week are like kind of like the two craziest shit. You can get double points on your scholarship, which is 250 points, so that'd be 500 points on each of them. And then also the visits, you get 150 as the base, remember, and then for each win you get plus 100. So if you can get 4 wins, that's 800 bonus points for the wins plus the 150 times 2, 300. So like 1100 points max. That's nuts. So pretty ridiculous this week. And then obviously too, they're saying Alexander dominating at the plate. We've seen his stats. He's like G contact. So hopefully that means he's gonna get a buff later on. But that's what my thoughts on that one. Yeah, so again on this one, kind of good news for the Oregon Ducks. Not gonna lie, we got a few pitching prospects we're kind of interested in: Manning McLaughlin, Reed Piper, Ashton Brooks. We weren't really in Jamichael for his pitching. We were in there for his outfield, so like that's kind of ideal news for us if he's gonna be a good outfielder. Obviously the wide receiver shit, who knows? But good news for the Ducks. See if we can snag Jamichael this year. Obviously, special pitch busted, so we'll see. So, I mean, if you know Power Pros, you can kind of see this name right here, Kiyo Miyamoto, and just kind of say it as fast as you can. And the hidden thing in there, pretty obviously, it looks like it's Kiyomoto. Just combine that. It's like one of the top hitters in the characters from Power Pros. Pretty good stuff. The abilities and stuff that he's been revealed so far all match Kiyomoto. We have seen sometimes the storyline changes it up and then he won't end up being that, but so far everything seems like Rickman's just Kiyomoto in disguise, kind of like how we had Bowie help as Oda in season one. Sounds like a nice guy. Another nice guy. What's up with these nice guys? Jeez. So we kind of talked about it earlier. Manning McLaughlin in early videos, he looked like he's nasty at pitching and then dog shit at hitting. This sounds like now maybe he can be good hitting too, based on the wording of this. So kind of wait and see, I guess. Obviously, now we have no idea what his stuff is. Basically, all the scouting was for nothing. He's question marks for now. We'll see what happens with that, how the storyline goes with this. Nothing, I guess. Peace. All right, back to here we go. Here's the updated draft class, and again, this does have some little bit of spoilers for the following week, as the following stuff actually released the same day of this. But points wise, should be pretty much accurate. Oops. So we can see Enrique, and it's a neck and neck race right now between Oregon and Florida. Again, we don't see any of the um, scouting stuff from Florida, so I'm sure they're winning right now by a little bit, especially last week with that So we had that 2 times XP, obviously, if you do the same actions on both. So I'm sure he did at least like a request tape on each of them. Get really like 120 each on these guys. So he should be at least 1490 on him, I think. Maybe if he's done another request tape earlier too, he could be even higher. So I'm going to say he's probably 1490 right now, but could be more. Marquez looks like Arkansas is in the lead with fight with Tennessee there. That's again that Yaki mask so far from what we've seen. Seems like no one really challenged Florida on Chase Underwood, which is a little surprising. He's got a level 4 special pitch and some pretty good abilities there. Iron ball, fastball like A, battle or whatever. Doesn't have like incredible stuff, 147, but he's got that special pitch, so it's kind of surprising. I did like one action on him and I bailed. I don't know why. No, he was coach up too. I think I just gave up seeing Compass started out pretty high and kind of went in from the start. Florida. And a belly, we talked about him being a douchebag in the storyline. It's kind of close between Tennessee and Arizona so far, it looks like. There might have been a week where no one could do anything, but either way, that's not too much. Maybe I should have done a visit on that dude. Whoops. Garrett Michelson, we talked about him, can't do anything. Bracken, 2-way with the shortstop. Goldman, we saw his ratings earlier. Good times. Riley June actually got the soft commit this week from Arkansas, so if he's plus 1500, he can they soft commit, and then if he's still 1500 next week, he gets him. So we'll go through the actions too, but he did offer a scholarship to Riley June. You get that. Marshall Harrington, I think that's going to be a good battle between Florida and Stanford. Obviously, he's at 660, and we can't even see the rest of his actions, and he gets a lot of points if he wants to go in. That's a spoiler for next week. Jamichael's kind of close, but Arkansas is kind of pulling away a little bit. They did a little extra actions this week, and then we both won 2 games on our visit, so we got the same amount of points for that. Again, Manning McLaughlin, similarly, but Arizona actually went 4-0 last week on their visit, so that was huge for them. Got 400 points, and again, we only got the 2 wins, so we got 1,000 now. Georgia might be out, so kind of looking like it might be between Arizona and Oregon for Manning McLaughlin. I'm not sure. James Charles kind of looks like a blowout, but you never know again with like Stanford behind the scenes. But 1790 is pretty tough, went pretty hard after James Charles. Kardashian looks like a pretty good lead for us. Sterling kind of low. Glass again. Saw Florida and Stanford doing some action on this dude early, but he looks pretty good. Level 6 special pitch, I believe. And then the rest, who really cares? He got a level 6 special pitch, you know? Freshman out of California. Reed Piper, another good battle here between Arizona and Oregon. And again, we can't see all the scout stuff from Arizona, so they're even higher than on these guys than they're showing, so that's good for them. Carter Harrison, no one's really done anything. Comey was that whoops guy that got added. It's like Tennessee, Arkansas, Georgia all had actions on him. That whoops pitch always gross. Cole Ruckman, we talked about. I think Florida and Stanford did stuff on this dude this week. I don't know why I thought I saw that, but maybe I'm wrong. Ashton Brooks, seems like we're up and away on him. Sorry, McKenna, Georgia, in control. And then some other names. Blake Ponder was that Coach P guy. Looks like just Stanford and Tennessee. Not really just Stanford's done anything on him. I think just scouted him. Faruqi looked kind of dog shit. Tokyo Thomas, we saw Arkansas is kind of going after him. Maybe they've scouted him behind the scenes because they were going after him a little bit hard. They had like a visit on him and shit. Colton Maddox, we've seen a little bit. Looks pretty good defensively. Florida's done some stuff on Declan Milma. Yeah, I actually did stuff on Colton Maddox just to see, but looks like someone scouted his hitting. He doesn't look too good there, so not great. Any other big names? Oh, Jasper Motor. Big battle here. Tennessee and Florida played this week, and Tennessee took the series 2-1, and they both had him on a visit. So that was kind of huge. Arkansas also trying to get in there, but it looks like Tennessee and Florida are like up and away on that guy. He's at 153 special fastball. It's pretty great. Sly Cooper, haven't seen much. Arkansas still in front. Any other big names? Jimmy Tyer was an early storyline guy that like broke his hand. Now he throws 109. Pretty funny. Alexander La Ramirez. Again, Florida probably has at least another like 120 on this dude, so it could be tied, or it could have even more with more scouting and request tape stuff on him, which I imagine they've done on Alexander early on. Any other names? Andre Riggins we had on a visit for that Coach B shit. I think that's pretty much it. A couple other like small storyline guys, but they don't seem too good. Go through the stats one more time. Oh man, I keep forgetting I was gonna do this live stream. Oh well. But yeah, it looks fast, but who knows about hitting? Andre Riggins, we got that one rating. Ramirez still apparently dog shit, even though he's supposedly hitting well in the storyline now at least. Brody Jefferson honestly looks not too bad. Still has an 80 on the run speed. Who scouted this dude? Georgia. Looks like could be decent for Georgia. Who knows? Oh, he's 2A too, but too far. Again, Jasper Motor pretty good. Colton Maddox defensively. Blake Ponder, his E power not great, but honestly B S isn't the worst. Like he could be worse. I don't know how bad his fielding is, but he does have Coach P on his side at least. Kenna still looks pretty good. Cole Rickman again. I think this should be contact. He had that in there earlier as contact. Oh no, part of the storyline that changed. Oops, sorry. Next week. Spoilers. Comey has the whoops. Am I off by one row? Nope. He just doesn't have the whoops in there, even though he said he has the whoops, but still has that scout grade. He wants it, so. Kai. Alright, we've kind of talked about everybody else before, but that's all that. And let's get to the actions. Scroll down. So again, we had the rest of the visits from last week. Last week we had like a shit ton of Arkansas visits. I had 3 visits. Andre Riggins, Jermichael Sequins, Reed Piper, and then Arkansas. And we won 2 games. We got the 200 points on those guys. Arkansas had like 5 visits, and they won 2 games. Vincent Marquez, Riley June, Jermichael Sequins, Tokyo Thomas, James Charles. Florida had 2 visits, Jasper Motor and Iman Glass. They won 2 as well. And then Arizona had the huge week for Reed Piper, Manning McLaughlin. Kind of maybe even saved their recruiting on those guys. Going 4-0. Pretty huge for them. And then Georgia had a visit. They won 1 game. And then Tennessee won the 2 games as well. And then now we're starting to see their actual actions. So you can see they're kind of going after Jasper Motor in this next week. Vincent Marquez, good bit. And John Andabelli. Also looking at the whooped pitch guy. Stanford, we see another action on Marshall Harrington behind the scenes. Still trying to scout him out maybe a little bit, but that's all we see for him this week. Again, we only see his scouting stuff, so he's doing obviously a lot more behind the scenes and getting a shit ton of points on people we have no idea. But we know that he's almost certainly in on Marshall Harrington. Arizona still going after Manning McLaughlin. They're trying to still not show too much, I think. Sterling was a like high dude early in the season that dropped down from like 4-star to 1-star or 2 stars or some shit. But yeah, you can see they're kind of going after Manning McLaughlin hard now, knowing that they have to put in some points. On the other side, we got Florida. Again, we have if you do the same action to the 2 guys, you get double points. You can see they go all in on the La Ramirez brothers, hosting them for a visit, giving them phone calls, emails, and then that was it, I think. Yep, because they still have to battle for Marshall Harrington and Jasper Motor too, and it looks like they're trying to go after Cole Rickman. So they did visit, school, and email, and again, probably also like request tape or scout behind the scenes. I think based on their budget, it was certainly request tape. And then Marshall Harrington. So if they can get all those guys, it's going to be like a ridiculous class. Maybe they're behind on Jasper Motor, but they're all certainly in on everyone. Arkansas, their huge budget. They offer scholarship to James Charles and Riley June already. We saw the soft commit to Riley June. And again, they're kind of going after Vincent Marquez, Jermichael Sequins. Looks like they did scouting on Dodge, who was like a lacrosse player that got added to the class. I think he ended up being kind of shitty. The whoops guy, they're in on him. You see Georgia, they're scouting off that fast person. They do need speed on their team, so there they go. They're doing the whoops guy as well. Shortstop here. more of the Whoops guy, Colton Maddox, McKenna, Suzuki. And then the Ducks, my team, and we were going after the Ramirez brothers. We desperately need that shortstop. Like, we have no shortstop on the roster, so if we don't get Ramirez, we're kind of fucked. But we got the visit, phone call, scouting, sending package, requesting tape. That was all we could do, really. Doubling them all up. And then we won so this is a huge week, this last week of the regular season, as far as deciding the fate of the Ramirez twins, because both Florida and Oregon are hosting them for a visit, as you saw. And again, we talked about the double XP, so this is going to be the big week. If one of us wins more games than the other, that's going to be the big swing. I think Compass is playing Frisk. Yeah, I think he played Frisk already, beat him. So he has already one win, and then he's got to face Slime, I think, in a best of 3. And Slime's, I think, no, they're all tied right now in that division. So we're going to root for Slime this week. And then we have to face Frisk, and we get Tennessee, which Tennessee should be pretty tough. So we have to hope that we can at least win 3, but really if we don't win all 4, we might be looking pretty shitty on the Ramirez battle. And again, our other ones are kind of going after. All these are battles as well. So we could have a really tough recruiting season, but we'll have to make some hard decisions this week, and it's definitely going to depend on how our games go. Well, that will do it for this Stage 4 wrap-up. And we will see everyone in the next one. Peace.